pop the popcorn, grab a Coke, and find that old VHS. We're diving deep in cheesy flicks. Yeah, we're on a vintage quest. Low reviews but high on laughs. Let's give these films a cheer. The cult classics, flops and duds, they're our top picks this year. We're the Ejectables, rolling back the years, celebrating movies that no one else cheers. From backhand juice to epic fails, we say it's all good. We're the Ejectables, yeah, we're misunderstood.
Welcome to the Ejectables. This is the show where movie enthusiasts Bill and Ian join forces with a weekly rotating guest to celebrate movies that we feel have been unjustly panned by the critics or sadly ignored and forgotten by audiences. Today we have a return guest.
Jonathan, screenwriter, producer from New York City. P8 on the movie Kids, that sure was gritty. Wrote The Kill Room with Thurman and Sam Jackson. Helping students with Move This World videos. I'm not waxing, 'cause he's Jonathan Jacobson. He really rocks. So welcome him for our movie talks.
Let's end the podcast now. That's the note I want to go out on. Thank you. Wow.
We'll play it again at the end. Jonathan, thank you for joining us again.
Thanks for having me again.
Can I ask you, what was it like working on Kids? Was it as like spontaneous and gritty as it appears?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first feature set I'd ever been on. I was, I think, 19 or 20. And yeah, I had read a script and it had like a total script, and there's plenty of things that are in the script that are word for word, and there's tons of things that are in the script that never make it in the movie at all, like huge, crazy scenes. But yeah, it was the cops had come at times at night. It was a lot of night shooting.
Okay.
And like,
well, you were young.
Yeah. Oh, I had to carry, yeah. But like, like Justin Pierce, who played Casper, like got arrested. He like missed a day or two shooting. I mean, like there was definitely abnormal things that I wouldn't realize were abnormal at the time, because I was my first feature were pretty abnormal happening on set. Did
you anticipate it would be such the success that it ended up being, or get the attention it ended up getting?
I mean, like, yeah, I had PA'd for free on someone's short film, and the deal was like, we will try to get you a paid gig on the next one. And to her credit, she got me on Kids really early on. Like, I would go to clubs in New York City with a Polaroid, and, like, take photos of kids, like give them the number of like like, hey, like you got a cool look. So I was on for like all of prep, production, and it was great. They were so good to me. I'm really aggravated though. I've never kept in touch because like Pam Koffler and Christine Vachon and like huge people to this day in indie cinema were on that movie, and I would like, Pam Koffler is basically my boss, and I was 19. I was still in college. I was pre-internet.
Is it
bad? But the point is, like,
late knock on the door.
That movie did. When I got out of college and was interviewing, everyone was wanting. I got so many interviews. Everyone was basically like, "Tell me about working on Kids." So, like, yeah, I definitely got my. Here we are. I'm 51, and we're still talking. The first
this
thing
is the only reason we have you on
about this Kids. So.
It's the only reason we have you on. Otherwise, there'd be
hey,
nothing.
Listen, if I'm gonna have an infamous movie to work on, better that than like Brown Bunny or something. So.
There you go.
True. Is that the one with the
Vincent Gallo,
I haven't seen that. Maybe I will.
Save it for a podcast. But yeah, it was a crazy experience. A lot of fun. But I was 19 working on a feature film somewhere in New York. I probably would have had fun anywhere. But
that is so cool.
It was done. It's a good feather in my cap early on.
And your feathers have continued doing important things.
Very sweet of you to say.
Now, should we delve into this thing?
Do not eject! Do not eject! Do not eject this! Don't look back!
Woo!
Wow.
I guess the opera singer wants you to talk about your pick.
Okay.
What did you pick for us?
I've picked The Arrival, 1996, not to be confused with another sci-fi movie about aliens, Arrival, that has slightly more critical.
How could anyone confuse the two?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. I already was having flashbacks of like if we still lived in a world with like VHS videos behind the counter with like the little MRA cases. It'd be like Arrival and The Arrival, and like double check it 10 times before you give this video out.
Oh, that's true.
So, yeah. So my pick is the 1996 David Twohy film The Arrival, starring Charlie Sheen.
Look, if I say I'm gonna be there, I will be there. End of story. There is nothing more important to me right now than
Searching for ETs in this political environment is a tough sell.
But this one is Earth-based.
It's a troubled young man.
Why are you telling them lies about me?
They've branded his theory paranoid, and the only ones who believe what's coming are the ones who've already arrived.
I know you don't know the half of it.
I know why they're here.
Start watching your back. Charlie Sheen, Ron Silver, The Arrival.
Wow.
Jonathan, why The Arrival?
I'm a big sci-fi guy. I love my favorite genre. And I think right off the bat, it is a real original take on several very classic genres put together. It's obviously an ode to very 1950s sci-fi, like the aliens are among us, walking, we don't know it. A lot of fantastic paranoia of, the one guy who knows the truth, the forces that be trying to stop. But really, I think it's the originality of David Twohy's take on all this that really takes a completely traditional story and I think really elevates it and makes it something kind of unique. And when I say unique, the irony is this is the kind of movie that they crank out in the 80s and 90s. Orion Pictures, summer 96, did a little research, debuted at number 5, mid-level reviews, did not make any sort of big splash. Note to viewers, that's not Judd Nelson in New Jack City. That's actually Charlie Sheen. They can be forgiven for thinking.
This is Judd Nelson in New Jack City.
What's going on with the scarf? That's what I want to know. Who decided that throughout the whole thing for her?
Listen, who decided Charlie Sheen's haircut? There's a bunch of stylistic choices we could get into.
That was the look at the time, though, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
I will say,
I don't know. That's how Bill looked in college.
I never had a goatee ever.
Oh, you had the red phone all the time.
I did.
Yeah.
I do now.
Commissioner Gordon, that phone.
Bill Martucci.
It's fun. But it's also really smart, and it's got fun beats in it. Great set pieces. I could talk all day about like the satellite array of like the DirecTV dishes lined up. I mean, like it's just. I guess my pitch of why it's an ejectable is it never got any sort of love when it came out. Never became a cult classic in any sort of real meaningful way. But listen, David Twohy, the guy had previously written The Fugitive and Warlock, goes on to create the Pitch Black
G.I. Jane.
universe. Yeah. So, it's a great person behind it, very smart. I think good directing. And, we're not getting Wall Street Charlie Sheen, but we're getting totally good pre-tabloid Charlie Sheen. I think everyone sells their old Ron Silver as the classic, the villain guy of no good. And I think the last thing I'll say as far as like the big sell of why I think it's an ejectable is
this.
Oh yeah, we can get into that. I was waiting as funny because I was rewatching it last night. I was like, okay, like there's definitely some choice moments that could be targeted. But what I love about it is like every 10 minutes, there's a good reveal, and then it would constantly, every 10 minutes there's something new, and it's getting not more convoluted, but more complex and deeper and richer. And for like, it's for a sci-fi movie that's also very much a conspiracy movie, that's what you want. And it really does build there's that amazing rug pull of like the flowers in the middle of Antarctica.
Mhm.
Like there are really great cinematic set pieces that build to like, and like the tension gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it ends with like legit action sequences going on. So a movie that's original, really, I think, well directed, and has like never ending smart reveals that continue to develop the story and not just make it seem more confusing than it is, which I think a lot of these movies tend to do.
Sure.
I think it's a great. Is it a masterpiece? Is it like amazing cinema? No. Is it a really well done, enjoyable, fun, smart movie that people who like science fiction may not have heard of but should see? I will die on that hill.
I saw this at the cinema when it came out. I was excited to see it. I think I wanted, and this is not their fault, I think I wanted more of the like Spielbergian wonder that you get in a sci-fi movie. This movie doesn't. This is a conspiracy thriller, and like you said, and I think it's a perfectly fun time. I think the weak point, though, for me is Charlie Sheen and the CGI effects. Those
I'm gonna, the CGI, I would definitely say it does not age well, but I think in context, again, going back to they don't make this movie anymore. Orion was not throwing. I mean, the fact that it's a Charlie Sheen star, they clearly were not thinking this is going to be a huge franchise. But there's I think respectable money spent on this film for what it was at the time, and I actually applaud it for taking a big swing with these like big set pieces of like he's in the underground base and like the aliens. I mean, they're not shying from showing aliens.
True.
And,
that's true.
And I think it's actually quite smart that it's like he as a screenwriter and a director came up with this way of having aliens in your movie a lot that could easily also be seen as people, but in a kind of unique way. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue. Do the effects hold up? No, of course not. But like,
I didn't like them back then.
Well,
I
that's me.
I think
it doesn't compare to the bigger stuff. You're right.
I think it was filmed earlier because Orion was going bankrupt, right? So it must have been on the shelf for a little bit. So
I wouldn't be surprised if they only put this out because Contact was coming out the year later. This was released like months before Contact.
Yeah.
And it was overshadowed by Independence Day. Isn't that
yeah.
right?
This came out in a slew of other movies, so
which was huge.
Yeah. So that's a really good point, Bill. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was just sort of given I mean, it was a wide release. I did some research. It was on like 1,500 screens, which is certainly a lot in 1996. But it's what's funny is Roger Ebert gives it this glowing 3.5-star review at the time of release. Like really, really loves it. But it didn't make any sort of splash. But again, I think it was not as much as the trailer tries to make it sound like it's this nail biter from start to finish. It is I would argue it's more of like a 70s style paranoia thriller than masked as a sci-fi movie than an alien invasion movie.
Absolutely.
And can't blame Orion for billing it that way because they need to, make their money.
Of course.
But taking all that aside as an ejectable, I feel that this deserves love. This deserves attention by people who like a smart, original genre movie.
It's not bad at all. It's totally, I would recommend it for like a lazy Sunday afternoon viewing. If it came on TV, I'd leave it on. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Do you think they inspired Jar Jar Binks though? With those like flappy ear things?
You know what? Maybe. But again, like the flappy ears that form the skull of the person. I mean, like there was thought put into all these.
Absolutely.
Decisions. So, and just like the fact that, they have this sort of like little way of putting this fake skin over themselves. But like, that's also how he learns. The Ron Silver is a little questionable. Yeah. But like, yeah. I wouldn't say it's brown face. It's maybe brown body.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying it doesn't, that ages a little uncomfortably, but I felt it was within the world.
At the time, it did not strike me at all.
And also there's a total showing that one frame out of context on social media. It would be awkward. Watching a movie about aliens that hide their skin, like hide their identities. Sense. Yeah. So
in context.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. That's it. I think it's a great ejectable pick. Anything else you would like to say about it before we move on?
I just think there are a lot of really great set pieces And I think like this kind of movie, you're lucky if you have one or two. I feel like there are a lot. And as a screenwriter, especially things like I mentioned earlier, I think The Son of a Good Movie is actually hard to talk about in depth without giving a lot away. There's a lot of twists in this movie. And what's great is it starts off by kind of like showing all of its hands. Within 8 minutes, like Ron Silver, his boss, within 8 minutes, he's discovered the signal, shows it to his boss. His boss fires him, and his boss like breaks the tape. So like they're not even playing the game of let's drag this out as long as we can. They instantly, within 8-10 minutes, are like, oh, this is a conspiracy. This guy knows the truth, and they're all hiding it from him. But the way in which they keep revealing new levels of how it's being hidden and then it grows into that classic, everyone's in on it. Who can you trust? You know, this and that. It's got funny beats in it, but also like, again, like the DirecTV, he lines up all the DirecTV dishes in the neighborhood to create a big radio telescope. Makes absolutely no sense, and yet makes perfect sense in a movie that you're watching.
Oh, sure.
Because
you totally buy it as an audience member.
But those kind of moments happen a lot. Like it's like a lot of great sci-fi. It's talking about what's a social topic at the moment and climate change, even though we're still talking about it now. So really smart take on that. So I just keep using the word smart because the set pieces are good. The action sequence, I think, is really legit great when he's like hiding out the elevator, going up and down, and that the reveal of the aliens, the base, the little glowing orbs that like suck everything in. I mean, there's just a lot going on. And every 10 minutes, there's like this other thing you're discovering about this movie. Whereas I think a lesser movie it'd be like in the middle of the movie, oh, Ron Silver's also in on it. Like, and that's a perfect example of this. David Twohy knows how to write a movie. And he's not holding his one twist like in his pocket for as long as he can, and then shows it to you 2 minutes after you've already figured it out on your own. That like every movie does.
Yeah, there's a lot in here. There's so much in here. The scorpions in the bed.
Oh, that was
terrifying.
But that's what I'm saying. Another great set piece where that drags on comically long, but growing in tension. Like they're on the ceiling fan. They're on the washcloth. It's
the hands by the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all like it's just all the little things like the guy who has the scorpions. He has like the little marionette puppets, which are the same figures of the aliens that you kind of learn later once you see them. Like there are a lot of like really good, smart moments in this movie. The whole thing with the girlfriend, like, is she like this joke that how could this nerd have such this classically attractive woman? Then you're like, oh, but maybe she's. It's just like there's so much going on. The neighbor kid is, you could argue, a little annoying at times. It plays an important part in it. Every piece of this puzzle just works seamlessly together and is only in it enough to give you what you need to take you to that next step.
I read that kid actually got the role because his knees do bend that way. It's amazing.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry.
I've given away half this movie already.
No, it's good.
But it's hard to talk about because like a lot of good movies that have twists in them, it's you don't want to say the good, you want to sell it by talking about all this cool stuff that happens. But
we spoil movies all.
Yeah, I know. But I think it's a great ejectable, and I think if you enjoy sci-fi or if you enjoy just a smart, well-constructed movie, hour and 45 minutes, or maybe 2 hours even.
It's a lot of fun. It's not boring at all. It doesn't drag at all. I like it when they're all frozen near the end. You have to watch it, people, to know what I'm talking about.
Again, though, but it's like constant set pieces like that is build and build and build and build and build.
What's he? I forget, and I'm sure when I watched it, I did realize. But what was he digging into Ron Silver for? I forget.
He wanted the tape that had the evidence of the,
You'll have to know it.
But even like the liquid nitrogen being there makes sense because they'd already established that, like, oh, this is used to cool these supercomputers. Whereas, how many movies have you seen? Terminator 2, you know, where there's like just liquid nitrogen flying around everywhere,
a big vat.
Whatever. Run into this factory that's going to have all the chemicals we need to have a great set piece. Whereas,
there's no cheap plot devices.
Yeah, they really make a point of, you know, like the kid's like, "What's that for?" And it's like, "Oh, well, I use this to freeze so and so," and that's like an hour before it's even introduced later. Just, you know, how he would even be able to get this news footage to the world. Oh, well, because like the satellite. I mean, like, it's just, I think, a great movie.
The only thing I didn't buy was his shredded clothes near the end.
The one shoe sucks off.
I think I'd say it's goatee. His dyed goatee.
Yeah. But again, like, would you rather a radio telescope nerd working for NASA, specializing in searching for extraterrestrial life? Do you want him to look like Matthew McConaughey, or do you want him to be like buzz cut, glasses, dorky? I mean, like, I think even they play it. And again, it makes sense because why is he having this so traditionally attractive, successful person as his girlfriend? Like, it's almost plays. It makes sense of why there's some mismatch once you start learning that all these people are in on it and only following.
I thought
him.
he did look cool for the times, but I don't
think
remember
they actually
those
play
times
him
so well.
pretty nerdy.
Okay, shows what I was like and still am.
You buzzed your hair the minute you saw the movie. Like, this is
Like,
awesome.
oh, but it's so thin.
What about you, Bill? What was your?
That was like around the same time. It was like 2 years after.
So I like comedy. So Weekend at Bernie's is one of the greatest films of all time. So whenever I see sci-fi movies, I go, "Oh my god!" But I'm gonna tell you something.
I like it.
Talk about sci-fi comedies.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
the movie is awesome. I knew it was Orion near the end. I never saw it. I hate sci. I actually like.
Oh, did you just? Is this your first time watching it for this? Oh,
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, I like Arrival. The
need to.
He's the one also. That was a linguist. I'm not a big sci-fi movie. This movie is awesome. David Twohy is great.
Yeah.
Pitch Black. I love that movie.
Below. I mean, like, the guy wrote Warlock.
Oh yeah.
The guy wrote the original Warlock. I mean,
oh yeah.
Yeah. He's a IMDb him. He's like a real heavy hitter in very classic genre movies.
I highly recommend it. It is a super awesome movie. I love Ron Silver, except for the ascot that Terry Polo was wearing. What was that thing?
That was.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a perfect ejectable. It's compared to
good call, Jonathan Jacobson. Oh my God!
Rest in peace, dipshit. Do not eject. Do not eject. Do not eject this.
You missed.
I guess that brings me to my pick this week. So I chose a movie. Bill told me you do not think this is an ejectable.
Yeah, I would definitely go. We could spend a lot of time thinking. This needs to be seen by more people. I will give you that. But I've always seen the ejectable as never really got love when it came out.
Well, he was going to.
This movie bombed. It cost $13 million, made $7 million. It got people hated on IMDb, like
won a bunch of BAFTA awards, was on tons of critics' best pictures.
But underseen, it needs to be seen, and audiences don't give it a chance, and they technically would eject it if they don't know what they're getting into. This director, Jonathan Glazer, well, I'll tell you what movie it is. Under the Skin. It's called Under the Skin. It is from 10 years ago. Jonathan Glazer directed Sexy Beast. He did Birth, which is one of my favorite films. He did this and Zone of Interest, all laugh riots. Sexy Beast actually is kind of funny, but I think, is one of the most exciting directors working today. Let's go to a trailer and we will discuss it.
So you live alone?
Yes.
You think I'm pretty?
I know, gorgeous.
Come to me. When was the last time you touched someone?
Wow.
I find this movie, it is stunning. It's unconventional. It is truly disturbing at times. There's a
Like
baby on
you.
the beach scene, and like me, that baby on the beach scene. People see it. It's will freak you out for days. And the guys under the water or whatever
like
that
balloons
is.
popping, sort of like
Oh.
yeah, that's effective.
There's crazy imagery. Scarlett Johansson, I think this is the best work she's done. There's little dialogue. So much is conveyed through her eyes and her performance. What did you think of this, Jonathan?
I love it. I mean, I saw this in the theater.
Me too.
I used to work at a record label of music videos, and like Jonathan Glazer, well before he made any features, was like a god of music video directors. Did a lot of classic Radiohead videos, and like his commercial reel is insane. Remember when Palm Pictures put out like the director series or the directors? It was like DVDs or VHS of like directors and their things. It was like pre-internet or early internet, pre-YouTube. Palm Pictures would have put out this thing called the director series. It was like Chris Cunningham, Spike Jonze, like just cutting edge people, so that you could see their music videos and shorts and commercials. And Jonathan Glazer, he has this Club Med commercial that's to this day is the best commercial I've ever seen ever. So the point is, I love this movie. And I also think it's one of those perfect examples of, if anyone ever asks, like, what's a director do? Like, you know, tell the actors to do, or it's like, if you read this script on paper, it's Jonathan Glazer bringing this to vision. You know, that's amazing. I love this film. It's fantastic. And
you have very good taste. It is stunning. The music, the sound design is unbelievable. I guess a lot of the men that she brings into the van did not know they were a part of a film, and she just convinced them to come in. They had hidden cameras in the van.
I read that, and I thought what was ironic is because with Zone of Interest, he like built the set with hidden cameras in it. So I feel like there's very much an evolution of how I could direct a movie and get a certain type of performance, and you know, maybe a rawness or honesty from actors, because with Zone of Interest, he built the set and just had the remote cameras and was in a trailer. So
you can feel the similarities between those two films too. Zone of Interest, you don't see the horror, but you hear it, which is so much more terrifying.
But also very much like this, they walk in the black void, like where are they? Who cares? It's so horrific. And it's such a great film, and I think the thing that I love about it is it's like it has a plot, obviously pretty threadbare, but it's like all theme, like 90% theme, 10% story, which is so hard to pull off in any sort of effective way, I think. But so good, and it does such a great job of putting us in this literal alien's perspective,
and her evolution is unbelievable in her performance. And there's graphic nudity in this movie, both men and women, which, you know, some might be turned off by. I understand why some audiences wouldn't appreciate this film, because it's so unconventional. Like you said, it's not super clear on plot. You're like, oh, it's just people driving around and vaguely talking. But what do you think, Bill?
So I did watch it. I didn't see it in the theater because I heard about the booing. There was like it premiered somewhere. It was like a 12
Venice Film Festival.
Yeah, there was a 12 and I love Jonathan Glazer. This is the only one I never saw before. I'm with Jonathan that it's not really ejectable. You know, maybe we can pick Gandhi next week.
No, but that Gandhi was successful, and people hate this movie.
I would say this to people. I was really confused, but if you go on Reddit and you put Under the Skin, one sentence made me realize what this movie is about, and I go, oh, now I totally understand it. So if you're gonna watch this movie, go to Reddit before so you can see what they're talking about. We'll give you an appreciation of what the movie is about.
Something I'd want to kind of add to that in the sense of appreciation, something I tell people a lot too. It's like, you know, my brother's he's got great taste in things, not really David Lynch fan, whereas I'm a huge fan. And something that I'm pretty sure is Roger Ebert again had said a while ago, who is very admittedly not a fan of Blue Velvet, like kind of hated Blue Velvet when it came out, but he was saying how there's something called emotional logic in movies, and if something's working for you on an emotional level, that's really what matters for spending time in a dark room watching a movie.
Absolutely.
And I think this, like a lot of other, like a David Lynch movie, but like I think Under the Skin's a great example of you are feeling very concrete things at times in this movie that, like, if you're sitting next to a total stranger, he's or she is feeling it too. Like that's how well crafted I think this movie is. There's like dread and anxiety and fear, all different times. And then like talk about character arc. I mean, like you see this person from a total alien
person.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, but yeah. The set piece on the beach, watching this.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Baby alone.
And she doesn't really get why everyone would risk their lives to go help the next one. It's just
nor does she care about this baby lying on the beach.
That's
alone.
so disturbing.
But then an hour and change later, where she evolved to. So, and again, like you're emotionally with it, even if you're not with it from a plot point.
Sure.
I would argue for these kinds of movies, you are with it. You do know what's going on. You just tell yourself there should be more that I'm missing. No. Like it is as simple as she's driving around in a van, picking up men, choosing which men to bring back to like her lair or whatever you want to call it. That is the movie. And
I love that you don't know all the answers to the questions of like, what are they? What exactly are they doing?
I read on, I think it was Wiki. It's based on a novel that has very much more of a conventional plot.
Okay.
And apparently in the novel, she's like literally processing the men for like meat because it's a delicacy on her home world. So, and when Jonathan Glazer had read the script or read the novel and then the script based on it, he's like, I love this world, but like, I don't care about this movie. But then later was like, there's something about it. So they took all the plot out of it by choice.
The mysterious motorcycle guys.
Yeah.
Who
when I was, like knowingly like go at the beginning of the movie can instantly find her, but like as she's evolving, they're having a harder time knowing where she is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on in this movie, but it's all like theme and subtext and less plot. But yeah, I wouldn't like fight for someone who wants Star Wars. I would be like, yeah, this is your movie. But it's someone who doesn't like sci-fi, I think would still like this movie if they like these kinds of films.
Will you come back next week? Ian's gonna pick Amadeus.
Yes, I've never seen it. I gotta.
You've never seen Amadeus?
I've never seen it. My wife, I'm gonna see it. I was too young.
No, he's gonna do like he'll bring like Raiders Lost Ark. Be like, you need some love. This movie needs some love.
This movie didn't make its money back. It's perfect, and people are very questionable on whether they like it or not. I saw this movie.
One battle after another isn't making its money back either, and you're gonna be like, is that an ejectable?
What? Wait, what didn't?
I'm saying one battle after another isn't making its money back.
That is an ejectable. Soon. No, but people I think have a lot more love for that movie than they do this one. But I drove an hour and 15 minutes to see this movie at this theater, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's playing in New Hampshire. And I get up there, and they're like, oh, you're in theater, whatever. It's a room, and there's like 5 like folding chairs in front of a big TV. I'm like, really? This is our what? It was like the crappiest viewing experience, but the movie was.
That's a whole other story there.
Well, I think it's amazing that the movie was able to reach out to me in that condition. I'm like, I wanted a cinema.
So you saw it in someone's living room or something?
It was a like
drove an hour and a half
movie theater. It was so crappy. I'm like, what? I'm never going to the movie theater.
Were your pants unbuttoned afterwards?
I was next to my mom, but yes.
Guys, can I do it? Can you give a disclaimer graphic of these people do not speak for me?
Sorry.
Did we say exactly what you wanted, Jonathan? Was that?
Do Google though after we log off the Jonathan Glazer Club Med Spot. It's just.
Oh, I will.
Oh,
I'm curious.
Good. He did the Radiohead Karma Police of the guy being followed by the person in the van. I'm sorry, in the car. He's like,
saw that.
90s. He's like one of the peak music video directors.
And he's only made like 4 feature films, all amazing in different ways.
All amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Stop it, please, I beg you! Do not eject, do not eject, do not eject this! I've learned my lesson, sir. I see now what I've never seen before. I'm cured. Praise God!
Bill, I think the opera singer wants you to talk about your Amadeus-like pick this week.
Okay, let's do it.
In a matter of seconds, Alex Furlong will lose his life. And live to regret it. Because in the world of the future,
We got him.
the only way to have a healthy body
What kind of hospital is this?
is to hijack one from the past. But they never planned on him breaking free.
He's a Freejack.
We can't help you. Can anybody help you?
I said I'd deliver Furlong, and that's what I'll do.
Let's get on with it.
With the reward now at a record $32 million, speculation is growing as to who has this body on order.
I don't want an alternative body. I want this one. Where's Furlong?
Tell me who's behind all this.
I can't tell you that. You will be me.
I love how the trailer is like, tell us who is behind all this. And then
Yeah,
it
that's
zooms in on Hopkins.
Yeah, that's like, I would be very bummed out if I feel like that trailer gives a lot away.
Yeah, it does.
Kind of meaning everything, but hey.
Bill, why did you choose, what movie is this?
Okay, let's do it.
when Bill told me he was doing that one, the first thing we both at the exact same time, we should have had a screen share for that. Our Facebook page were like crashers, like let's do it.
I came out. I did a movie called Freejack from 1991, Warner Brothers, directed by Jeff Murphy, who just did Young Guns 2, which is an amazing movie. And this stars Emilio Estevez, Rene Russo, Anthony Hopkins, David Johansen. It's
don't forget.
This guy.
Who's that?
Okay, let's do it.
Mick Jagger, who supposedly didn't read the script before he's.
Did he do it for the money? He's Mick Jagger. I mean, like,
he didn't read the script.
I've always thought that he must have loved the script, because why would he do it otherwise?
I guess they offered it to him a week before, right?
Yeah. And he said he didn't read it, and then he just did it. But I think the movie, it's good fortunes didn't. Amanda Plummer, I guess.
Shotgun.
I guess once you cast Mick Jagger, the movie goes downhill. It's a sci-fi movie. It's awesome. It falls apart in the end of the second act, but I always have a small place in my heart for it. Visually stunning. The DP went to Emerson. He worked on all Michael Bay stuff. I saw him yell at someone about a C-stand once. But
a great guy.
What'd you guys think? Jonathan, what'd you think?
When you told me you're doing it, I instantly had like kind of really fun memories. I saw this in the theater when it came out, and I actually, ironically, like a few weeks ago, had seen the first like 15, 20 minutes of it on Amazon while I was like riding my bike. So I sort of went in being like, oh, like totally looking forward to this. I think this does not. I don't think this is an ejectable in the sense of I don't think anyone really needs to revisit.
It shouldn't even go in to begin with.
Well,
yeah,
I do think again, it's a great example of I wish studios made just original concepts, threw money at them. I feel that I was surprised it's an R-rated movie, which really threw me. I went on IMDb. I'm pretty sure it's R-rated.
Violence, maybe.
Oh, but I think what threw me though is it's like it has this sort of corporate evil thing going on, but it's not RoboCop, which came out before.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Escape from New York, even though it tries to have this kind of like aesthetic of the world. I feel that it's got. I will say, I think for a movie that does have a lot of action in it, I think the action pieces are horribly directed and boring. They're all like wide. Agreed. There's a weird like goofiness to it that I don't know if it's because I'm watching it now at 51 years old and not 15 or 18, 17, whatever. But I feel like aesthetically, like I can't. There must be an award for the worst headgear in a science fiction movie ever. It's like Spaceballs. Yeah, they're putting on these but there's this great scene where talk about what I mean by horribly directed. There's like this big shootout towards the end. Emilio Estevez like kills his guard, makes a point of putting on a helmet, wanders around the helmet for no reason, doesn't steal the rest of his outfit to like hide and get away or anything like that, and then like sees Mick Jagger, lifts up the visor, takes off the helmet. I'm like, why have you worn this?
Yeah, why did he do it?
There's a lot of it's like world building that doesn't go anywhere. Like the whole world's fallen apart in 18 years. They mentioned some sort of like, we clearly lost the economy to the Japanese. There's like one moment they mentioned that, but like, it's a great concept. I love this idea of stealing the bodies. It reminded me of that another ejectable Millennium with the Chris Christopherson and the airplanes.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, but I love the concept. And to Bill's point, it's fun in that sense. I just feel that like everything it has in it, that it pulls from better sources. Like this idea of him defying the company and becoming a folk hero is like mentioned in a line, but like never, not like The Running Man, which is again before this movie, where like it actually you see it. Like I feel really underdeveloped in the sense of these themes that are good about corporate greed and violence and like people being pushed down, and it's just I feel like nothing ever happens to it. And I can't get past. I just really think it's not directed well for an action movie. I feel there's a goofiness to it that like he's kind of throwing these one-liners out there, but like it's also serious. But I will give it like a really good B for
effort.
Listen, I applaud any movie that is truly an original idea, and it's such a strong concept. I love it. But there's like really for a sizable movie with resources, there's no exploration of like what's this world like where wealthy people could take bodies from people. What is it's this rinky-dink story of like this race car driver who's getting chased by Mick Jagger. It's like such a small scale nothing movie that has all these teasing moments of like what could be really good big sci-fi, like something like The Running Man or RoboCop. Super simple story, but like amazing world building and social commentary. And I feel that this movie's like has all those things, just not baked in the oven long enough.
It starts off looking great. Saying to Bill, like the first 5 minutes, the race car stuff on the track, I'm like, this is better than I remember it, because I did see it at the theater. Yeah. Remember thinking, wow, that was really bad. And I didn't remember why I thought it was really bad. Once it goes into the future, 2009.
All the 18 years, by the way, in this movie, which like...
a lot changed. Things
got like it's like I remember he's like oh, I antique watch. I'm like, it's been 18 years since this guy. People barely look older, but that's anyway. Go on. No.
Oh, that's true. It only took us actually 35 years to get to that point. It's so junky looking once it gets into this futuristic world. Is so cheap. I think Estevez thinks he's acting in a good movie, so I don't think he's bad. I actually think he having watched a Sheen and an Estevez movie in one episode. I think he's a stronger actor than his brother.
I don't know. Charlie Sheen was pretty good in the Race with that goatee.
Yeah, the spiky hair and goatee does give him the I don't know. But I guess Hopkins,
he's like De Niro getting methody, you know,
or Scarlett Johansson.
There you go.
Yeah. Hopkins called this a terrible film. I guess Linda Fiorentino filmed a week of this film, and then she was booted for Rene Russo. After a disastrous screening, they ended up reshooting half the film, and because they felt, I guess the original director focused too much on the action, not enough on the character development. It's just it leaves you feeling kind of empty. I think there is some more fun to be had in it than I remembered from 1991, but I guess then maybe I had bigger expectations because I remembered hating it. But it's not good. It's not good. It might be better than his Under Siege 2 or Fortress 2.
Under Siege 2 is a great movie. You're crazy.
I haven't seen that. Fortress 2 is not that great, but the original Fortress, awesome. Big fan.
Oh, J.J. Abrams wrote it. Yeah.
He directed a movie called U2, U-T-U, which I remember actually liking in the 80s, which was on every VHS shelf.
I think he went into special effects because he couldn't deal with Hollywood. He was like,
listen, it sounds like what happened to him on this movie. I would not be surprised if like you just get chewed up and don't want to get back into it. I feel like the pieces are maybe I should preface what I'm saying with I'm more frustrated by it because it has all the ingredients of a movie I'd really like. It's got a original premise. It's got the It's got the resources put into it. It's got a great cast. Make aside.
Yeah.
And I think maybe
it's not that bad though. He's okay.
I think I've got more of a frustration that like there are all these bits there that just never actually come to anything.
The lightning guns are kind of cool. Like the lasery things.
And this.
Okay, let's do it.
If you can get past the helmet, the Teletubby meets Spaceballs, it's like just
tinky winky.
But also like, I mean, very conscious decisions, but like they're all driving around in like bright primary color armored tanks and like dune buggies, and he's driving I get it. That's what I meant by it wants to be Total Recall or Verhoeven in the sense of like he's basically like a good humor truck in a wealthy neighborhood. He's like driving around a champagne delivery truck as like a gag, but it's like ridiculous looking.
Yeah. It's like the Dumb and Dumber dog car.
Yeah, but it's like, but that's exactly, but like, don't expect me to have, don't ask me to be invested in this action sequence when he's driving a champagne delivery. And then he gets like the top sawed off.
You're waiting for that to happen. You're just, okay, when's that going to come off? When's that going to get destroyed? Yeah. It's silly.
Yeah. Whereas I think it's like, if it was more of a Total Recall, RoboCop, like a little more biting. That's why I was so shocked it was an R. Like, what a waste of an R rating.
I think it got heavily cut and all this stuff, and they were just like
100. And I can easily see that being like this. Maybe it was a darker Escape from New York kind of cool Twilight Zone-esque movie.
I mean, you put David Johansen in it has a little bit of edge, you know.
Yeah, and those are all good points, and everyone's good in it. I wouldn't say that. Like, I mean, everyone's. I would say that everyone's,
especially
okay. Let's do it.
I think what we have to say about this one, I should have played this before.
What do you want from me? You must eject, definitely reject, possibly destroy this.
Whatever.
We should have used that before.
Destroy is harsh. I would never go so far as to say destroy. If it was on, sure. If it was a Blizzard out, it's on. You don't have a DVD. Your DVD isn't working.
The power's out.
The power's out, but your DVD and TV player working.
What? It's The Arrival. Okay, so we can find these movies if I find that little thingy.
Hold on,
yes, you're right. Do it.
Okay, Jonathan, you have to pick a movie. You can't pick your own. Which one do you like?
No, I'm going Under the Skin. Sorry, Bill.
Ian?
I have to go with The Arrival.
And I have to definitely go with The Arrival. So, you know, you get Jonathan.
You're a winner.
Hey!
Woo!
Signed
The other one. Give him the other one, Bill.
As Mario.
Oh my God, I look like Charlie Sheen when he gets the makeup.
In Mexico. Hey, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to open up some sort of small business, and that's going to be the first headshot I put up on the wall. Hopefully they'll be
Oh my God, I hope you do it. You better do it. You can find Under the Skin can be found rentable on iTunes and Prime. You can rent The Arrival on Pluto, Plex, and Tubi. They're free on there, or you can rent it as well. And then Freejack can be destroyed. No, you can watch that on Tubi, Pluto, and Prime. Or you get my headshot with a mustache. Anyway, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thanks.
Thank you both. This was a real blast. Thanks for having me on.
It was awesome to have you. Thank you. And Under the Skin is an ejectable.
Come back when we pick Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Another little
E.T.
great alien movie.
That would be a good one. And no one ever saw that.
It did bad in Alabama.
It's underrated. The version without the guns.
Rambo did really bad.
I gotta tell you, I can't watch ET anymore because as a kid, when he's like falling over and the raccoons are like around his body in the gully, I'm like, I can't ever watch that again.
It's traumatizing.
Never need to see it. I saw the movie so many times as a kid. No way.
Under the Skin is much more heartwarming and safe feeling. Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan. Everyone, share, tell your friends. And Jonathan, thank you for the script. We only used words that you wrote for this episode. Sorry.
Ejectables, yeah, we're misunderstood.